Good morning, Britain. The case for the defence. Boris Johnson fights to save his political career. April the 23rd, there's going to be...
Put the date.
...war right now. We've come frustrated with the alerts on their phone.
Being pinged.
Who thinks, oh my goodness, more government... Despite the fact that it's an important emergency alert, you can go to your phone settings and switch off emergency alerts.
The government's trying to achieve...
People thinking... We're all a little bit worried about President Putin. And this morning, when they get an emergency alert, they might think, is the reason...
Sure.
Then your local council would, or your local police or your local Coast Guard, the national government to be introducing it to all of our phones. People are going to... The explanation, quite right,
famous...
information about it.
Just to...
Floods, they would use it. Perhaps that might be extended to terror attacks. You know, the trouble is people are a bit anxious about it. And if you don't know about it, you...
No, to check...
And tell us what a gift is.
I
Location specific, right. And but that is that's already in place. But I don't think it comes with. I mean, sometimes it's been used.
I don't think I've ever had.
It's used very rarely for occasions where they know that a child's life is at risk. Warning sound. That's what I think differentiates it from other alerts. The Environment Agency, you sign up for if you're in a flood risk area. The child's risk. Very good morning to you. It's 6:02. The emergency phone alert is getting some people quite concerned. So this new government public warning system, it's going to be put to the test. And this is what you're going to hear. It's going to be a 10-second warning on your phone with a vibration and that sound. The only way that you're going to continue being able to use your phone in the circumstances that you get the emergency alert is by acknowledging it. I was slightly alarmed.
If your phone suddenly starts bleeping at you, the danger is the whole country will be in consternation and panic because
about the politics of this. I don't mean...
But that seemed to be slightly counter to...
We're going to be talking to the person who wants to bring him to justice. The International Criminal Court chief prosecutor would tell you.
It's quite striking, though, isn't it, to think, I mean, a ping. I mean, you know...
Environment Agency already, my environment expert is telling me in my ear, the Environment Agency, you might well have received an alert if there is flooding or a weather issue in your area. Why do we need wonder? And some people might be anxious about it and some people might be annoyed about it. I'm not sure that they've got...
The Wells play, and they didn't tell people that it was a play. They just played it on an American radio. That is not the emergency. As panic, don't panic. Don't panic.
Right, let us know what you think. It would be really useful to speak to a government minister about that this morning, because we seem to have just got a little bit of information about it, not quite enough.
We've also got a story we're discussing in this hour with our own ITN correspondent, Dan Hewitt, about an issue. We've got this under control and that our children are safe would be really important. And I would say to one of my ministers, get on GMB before 9 o'clock and reassure people that we've got a grip on this, because we don't want our kids going to school and not knowing whether the roof might literally fall on them during the school day.
Yeah.
Shouldn't you have a minister to come and tell us about this?
Yeah, you would have thought
I mean, they've only had 5 years.
However, we do have advance warning of what Boris Johnson is going to do in order to save his political career, and that's our main news this morning. It's a 50-page dossier. It's due to be made public today, and his lawyers are going to claim that the investigation by MPs into whether he lied to Parliament over the Partygate scandal is unlawful and biased.
The former Prime Minister is going to face a 4-hour interrogation by the Commons Privileges Committee on Wednesday. If it decides against him, he could be suspended from the Commons. It could even trigger a by-election. Our political correspondent, Louisa